Genshin Impact is a third-person game. Wow, few seconds in and I'm stating the obvious. You're able to see your character run and jump around. Personally, I prefer this type of game. But what if Genshin Impact were a first-person game? How would that change things? Would it be awesome? Well, maybe for archers. Let's see what a first-person Genshin Impact would have looked like with a little help from an old glitch. I feel like I'm playing an Elder Scrolls game, a rather vibrant and cheerful one. Yet, I can't help but wonder if suddenly some NPC is gonna jump out at me, swinging both weapon and insults. Some effects, like water splashing while swimming, get in the way. Obviously, stuff like that wouldn't if the game had been first person from the start, rather than glitching to make it so. Even though it's first person now, zooming in is still possible. How convenient it must be for the people of Teyvat to be able to just zoom in with their eyes. The glider is another thing that gets in the way. Oh, an NPC. I wonder what the camera will do if I speak with them. Hopefully it doesn't. Reset. Well, that's a pain. Never mind. It returns to first person mode after the conversation ends. It's crazy what a shift in perspective can bring about. Again, I much prefer third person point of view, but something about first person makes me appreciate the scenery more. I suppose that's the power of illusion first person brings about. The feeling that you're the one running through the virtual world stretched out before you. Let's shift gears, shall we? How about a little combat? Oh look, Moosashi is doing another glitch, and his first idea regarding combat is to go pick on the wolf for the umpteenth thousandth time. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Maybe one day you'll find reprieve if Hoyoverse releases another weekly boss that's integrated into the overworld map. Who am I kidding? You're stuck with me, Mr. Wolf. Besides, you're the one who always asks me if I'm ready to test, which I always certainly am.
Oh no!
Let's zoom in a bit with Nilou's amazing vision and really hone in on our opponent. Oh dear, maybe this is too zoomed in. What is going on? That's legitimately terrifying. Dealing with falling icicles using only sound evidently was not something I was prepared for. Surprise, surprise! Fighting in first-person perspective in a game you spent hundreds of hours playing in third person is not easy.
This dance is for you!
Seems Burst puts it back into third person for a brief moment. makes sense, but was hoping to see it from her perspective. You know, Xiao jumping up and down with his burst active isn't as jarring as I thought it'd be. Other than the random flashes, I've darkened them via editing, you're welcome. These plunge attacks look pretty smooth. I mentioned at the start that maybe archers could benefit from this, so let's take a look. Alright, not bad. The flashing with each shot is annoying, and it goes into third person when aiming. Never mind, they don't benefit at all. If you're wondering where the first person archery clip came from earlier in the video, that was me aiming with my character's back to the wall to simulate the effect. Let's battle with a few other characters.
Commit it to memory. Hey! Don't be scared. Ready, go! You play. Let's play tournament. Yeah!
Alright, we've covered monsters, but what about fighting fish? Oh, now this is cool. I quite like this for fishing. The looks of this makes me again feel like I'm playing an entirely different game.
So close. Wow!
Another cool thing about this glitch was that it prevented the camera from teleporting with you when using the map to fast travel. So when you teleport somewhere, this happens. Though it had to be a far enough distance so the camera didn't fully catch up during the loading screen. And finally, it did not affect the Wave Rider. I was particularly disappointed with that. After playing a good 2 hours like this, I think it's safe to say they made the right choice in choosing third-person perspective. I mean, gameplay aside, they wouldn't have been able to sell all these pretty characters otherwise. Still, was a neat experience. Now, if you're wondering about the glitch I used to do this, it's been patched for a while. All the footage of the glitch in this video is from version 3.5. But I do hope you've enjoyed this brief view of a different possibility for Genshin Impact. And if you're interested in more oddities, make sure to subscribe and check out the channel, as well as my Twitter @Moosashi, where you're likely to find more of them than you could have ever imagined. This is Moosashi, signing off. Till next time.